Hello everybody, I am the Nerdy Guy, and today I want to take back something I said in my last video. I talked about video responses and that you're being removed, and I said it wasn't such a big deal. But since then, and I recorded this the 28th, which was last Wednesday, so I've had some time to think. And like I said, since then, I've changed my mind. Video responses are part of something much bigger than I first thought about. Because it's a huge part of the community, and it's like for somebody who has a smaller channel than like me, then a great way to get known is to put up a video response to a bigger YouTuber. If you talk about make a video talking about the same subject, so you can market your channel saying like, oh well, I also talk about this sort of stuff. Come check me out. And you won't be able to do that anymore. And a lot of YouTubers do like Q&A sessions, and the way they do this is to say, put up a video response to this video where you ask me a question. You won't be able to do that anymore either. Of course, you will be able to put links in the comments, but that will some YouTubers that would end up getting like 1,000 comments. You have to scroll through all of them to find which is a video comment. Like I said, this is a part of something much bigger than I first thought about, and, well, it's basically, Google is fucking over the community of YouTube. And the weird part is, I don't hate Google. I like Google. In fact, I use an Android. But what Google does with YouTube, it just annoys me. Some guy, 827, pointed out that it's probably the worst thing that happened to YouTube is when Google bought it, but in a lot of ways I agree with him. I mean, they have ruined so much. YouTube is no longer broadcast yourself, it's Googletube, broadcast stuff that will give us money. I pointed out in an earlier video, I can't remember which video, that YouTube used to be like, you can upload a video about anything and the whole world can watch it. What happened to that? Because now YouTube is trying to remove ranters. They don't want people to speak their mind. They don't want anything that can give them bad publicity. Because YouTube is just a cash cow. They just see, oh, this makes money. Let's keep it popular. But I think it would be a lot popular if they didn't do what they're doing. I think they are giving themselves bad publicity by doing stuff like this. And YouTube has never been eager to market the smaller channels. They are trying to make the big channels bigger. If you go into YouTube, you'll see on the front page, this is starting, like, oh, recommended for you, you should watch his channels, blah 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 blah. And they just want to make big channels even bigger. I mean, YouTube would be a lot better if they said like, oh well, this is a small channel, but it's started, maybe you like it. Maybe. And just to help to even the playing field. And if YouTube did that, then it would be a lot easier for people to start up new channels, but they don't want that. They want big channels to get bigger so they can use them to market and make money. I mean, some YouTubers like Mr. Epsilon. A lot of people have some hate for Mr. Epsilon, but you have to agree with one thing. He does great things for the community, because if he goes traveling or something and is unable to make new content, then he will get other YouTubers to make content to put up on his channel. And he always takes smaller YouTube channels and let them do this. A lot of those channels have since then grown a lot, like the Messianic Manic. I mean, I think he tripled his subscribers or something after he was on Mr. Epsilon's channel. The guy has a really great channel, you should check it out. Yes, I'm marketing somebody who has 8,000 subscribers when I have 30. Great. But Google, like I said, are really destroying YouTube right now. Because they want to make it like cable TV on the internet. Internet TV. They don't want ranters, they just want comedy and music. But it doesn't have to be one or the other. It can be both. I don't think that people who want to make ads for YouTube, I don't think they will be discouraged by ranters. I mean, if I run a company and I wanted to market it on YouTube, I'd be glad the fact that there are ranters. There are people who speak their mind. Freedom of speech is in effect. But no, YouTube acting like they have to choose between either ranters or comedy, music, entertainment in general. What if you're an entertaining ranter? Paradox. So I'll take back what I said in my last video about video responses not being important, because they are more important and they're part of something bigger. The community of YouTube, which is slowly getting butchered by Google. Not only are they constantly butchering the design and just making everything worse daily. And the funny thing is, I usually don't complain when YouTube has a new layout. I just go, oh, they have a new layout. But that thing they added last time, which I later removed, when you had to scroll over a button to get the menu down on the side. I hated that update, because that button didn't even work all the time. You would put your scroller over it, put your mouse over it, and then go down, take your mouse down, and click at something, and it goes up again. So take it back to the button, and down, and up. And it just constantly repeats, because the button doesn't work. Thankfully, like I said, they removed that, but they still update all the time. They're never satisfied. And, well, of course, I don't want YouTube to stay as it is exactly. People like that are a bit weird, but they're just making everything worse. I mean, to access, if somebody has replied to a comment I've written, then I have to go like, I press my name, I press, so I get my inbox, and then I press comments, and then I have to go to my comments. Usually you could, it used to be you can just press one button, comments. That was it. But no, they had to make it a lot more complicated, for some reason. Anyway, what do you think? Is YouTube destroying or screwing over the community of Google is screwing up the community of YouTube? Or do you think YouTube is right in what they're doing? Well, leave a comment, say what you think, rate this video, subscribe. And, well, I am the Nerdy Guy, and you just watched a Nerdy Guy rant. Bye!